One evening, a young man sat alone on a park bench. People walked past him. Some were laughing, some were talking with friends, some were holding the hands of someone they loved. He looked at them for a long time. Then he quietly asked himself, "Why does everyone seem happy, except me?" He thought being alone meant he had failed. He believed that if more people cared about him, his life would finally become better. But he was wrong. Months later, he sat on the same bench again. Nothing around him had changed. The same trees, the same sky, the same quiet evening. But this time, he smiled. Not because his life had become perfect, not because everyone had returned, but because he had discovered something that most people never do. He learned that the strongest person in your life is not the person who stays beside you. It is the person you become when no one is there. Hello, my friend. I'm truly grateful that you're here today. If life has felt a little quieter than usual, if someone has walked away, if you have been carrying questions that nobody seems able to answer, I hope you'll stay with me, because this video is not about feeling lonely. It is about discovering a strength that only silence can teach. Many people spend their whole lives trying to escape being alone. They fill every quiet moment with music, with social media, with endless conversations, with anything that keeps them from hearing their own thoughts. But have you ever wondered why some of the strongest, wisest, and most peaceful people are comfortable sitting alone? What do they know that most of us never learn? Today, we will discover 6 powerful principles that can completely change the way you see solitude. By the end of this video, I hope you will no longer see being alone as something to fear. Instead, you may begin to see it as one of the greatest gifts life can give you. Because being alone does not make you stronger. Learning from solitude does. And sometimes, the chapter that feels the loneliest becomes the chapter that changes your life forever. Let's begin. Principle 1. Everyone runs from silence. Before we go any further, if you enjoy videos that help you grow, think deeply, and see life in a new way, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more stories and lessons like this. Thank you so much. Now let's begin with a simple question. When was the last time you sat alone? Without your phone, without music, without a video playing, and without trying to distract yourself? For many people, the answer is, I can't remember. The moment life becomes quiet, we look for something to fill the silence. We open social media, we send a message, we turn on the television, we search for another voice, anything but silence. But why? Because silence is honest. It does not hide your thoughts. It does not cover your fears. It does not let you escape yourself. In silence, you begin to hear the questions you have been avoiding. Am I happy? Am I living the life I truly want? Why am I always waiting for someone else to make me feel complete? These questions can feel uncomfortable. That is why so many people keep running. Not because they are weak, but because facing yourself is one of the hardest things anyone can do. The strange thing is that silence is not trying to hurt you. It is trying to teach you. It gives you something that the busy world cannot. Time to think. Time to understand yourself. Time to grow. Every strong person has learned this lesson. They stopped running from quiet moments. Instead, they welcomed them. Because they knew that every minute spent understanding themselves was a step toward becoming stronger. The first step is not learning how to be alone. The first step is learning how to stay with your own thoughts without being afraid. And once you can do that, something surprising begins to happen. You slowly discover a person you may have forgotten, your real self. And that is exactly where our next principle begins. Principle 2. Being alone helps you know yourself. After a while, something begins to change. The silence does not feel so scary anymore. You stop looking around. You start looking inside yourself. At first, it is not easy. Many thoughts come into your mind. You remember old mistakes. You remember people who hurt you. You remember dreams you gave up. Some of these thoughts make you sad. Some make you smile. That is okay. Do not run away. Keep sitting with yourself. Little by little, your mind becomes calm. You begin to see your life more clearly. You ask yourself simple but important questions. What do I really want? What makes me happy? What kind of person do I want to become? These questions are not easy, but they can change your life. Many people spend years trying to know other people. They know what their friends like. They know what their family wants. They know what everyone expects from them. But they never stop to ask, what do I want? Being alone gives you time to answer that question. You do not need to hurry. You do not need to impress anyone. You only need to be honest with yourself. The more you understand yourself, the more confident you become. Not because your life is perfect, but because you know who you are. You stop trying to be someone else. You stop comparing your life with other people's lives. You stop waiting for everyone to agree with you. You begin to trust yourself, and that changes everything. One quiet hour can teach you more than many busy days. Because when the world becomes quiet, you can finally hear your own heart. And when you truly know yourself, you become much harder to break. That is why the strongest people are not built in easy times. They are built in quiet moments. Let's discover that in the next principle. Principle 3. Strong people grow in quiet moments. Many people think strong people are born different. They are not. They become strong little by little. And most of that work happens when nobody is watching. Think about a tree. We see its leaves, we see its branches, but we cannot see its roots. The roots grow under the ground. Slowly, quietly, day after day, people grow the same way. The biggest changes often happen in quiet moments. Maybe you wake up early to study. Maybe you go for a walk alone. Maybe you read one more page before you sleep. Maybe you choose not to give up today. These small actions may not look important, but they make you stronger every day. Strength is not about being loud. It is not about winning every fight. It is not about showing everyone how great you are. Real strength is much quieter. It is staying calm when life is hard. It is getting up after a bad day. It is trying again after you fail. It is believing in yourself, even when nobody else does. No one may see your hard work. No one may say, "Good job." That is okay. You are not growing for other people. You are growing for yourself. Every quiet day is building a stronger future. Every small step is making you better. One day, people will see your confidence. They will see your success. They may think it happened very quickly. But you will know the truth. It was built one quiet moment at a time. So, never think your quiet days are empty. They are doing important work. They are helping you become the person you are meant to be. And as you become stronger inside, you will need something less and less. You will no longer need everyone to tell you that you are enough. That is the next lesson we will talk about. Principle 4. Stop looking for other people's approval. One of the biggest changes in your life begins with one simple choice. You stop trying to make everyone happy. This is not easy. Many of us grow up wanting people to like us. We want kind words. We want praise. We want everyone to agree with us. There is nothing wrong with that. We all want to feel loved. But there is a problem. If your happiness depends on other people, your happiness is never really yours. Some people will support you. Some people will not. Some will understand you. Some will not. You cannot control that. But you can control one thing. You can choose how you see yourself. When you spend time alone, you learn an important lesson. Your value does not come from other people's words. It does not come from the number of friends you have. It does not come from likes on social media. It comes from the way you live each day. It comes from your honesty, your kindness, your hard work, your courage to keep going. Even when no one is cheering for you, there will always be people who do not believe in you. Do not let that stop you. They do not know your story. They do not see your quiet work. They do not know how much you have grown. The person who must believe in you first is you. When you trust yourself, you stop asking for permission. You stop waiting for everyone to say, "You can do it." You simply begin. That is a very powerful moment. Because real confidence does not come from hearing, "You are amazing." It comes from saying, "I will keep going." Even when nobody says a word. The less you need other people's approval, the more freedom you feel. You make better choices. You worry less. You smile more. You enjoy your own life. And that is when being alone no longer feels empty. It feels peaceful. Now that you have found peace inside yourself, there is one more step. How can you use your time alone to build a better future? Let's talk about that in the next principle. Principle 5. Use your time alone to grow. Now you know that being alone does not have to be something to fear. It can become one of the best times in your life, but only if you use it well. Think about this. We all have the same 24 hours every day. Some people use their free time to complain. Some spend hours comparing their lives with others. Some wait for life to change, but others make a different choice. They use their quiet time to build a better future. You can do the same. You do not need to make big changes. Start with small ones. Read a few pages of a good book. Go for a walk without your phone. Write down your thoughts. Learn a new skill. Exercise for a few minutes. Sit quietly and think about your day. These small habits may seem simple, but simple habits, repeated every day, create big changes. Do not ask yourself, how can I change my whole life today? Ask a smaller question. What is one good thing I can do today? Then do it. Tomorrow, do one more. Step by step, you become stronger. Not because life becomes easier, but because you become wiser. Remember, growing takes time. A seed does not become a tree in one day. It grows little by little. Your life works the same way. Some days you will feel motivated. Some days you will not. Keep going anyway. The small things you do today are building the person you will become tomorrow. One day you will look back and realize that your quiet hours were never wasted. They were preparing you for a better life. They were teaching you patience, discipline, hope, and quiet confidence. Many people see being alone as empty time. You can choose to see it as learning time, building time, growing time. That choice can change your future. And one day, you will understand why this season of your life happened. That is the final lesson we will discover together. Principle 6. This season will make you stronger. Life has different seasons. Some seasons are full of joy. Some are full of change. And some are very quiet. If you are in a quiet season right now, do not lose hope. It will not last forever. One day, you will look back on this time. You will remember the days when you felt alone, the days when no one called, the days when things did not go as you planned, the days when you wondered, why is this happening to me? At the time, those days felt heavy. They felt slow. They felt lonely. But later, you may see something you could not see before. Those quiet days gave you time to grow. They taught you to be patient. They taught you to stand on your own feet. They taught you to keep moving, even when life was difficult. Most of all, they taught you that your strength comes from inside you, not from money, not from success, not from other people's praise. Real strength stays with you wherever you go. No one can take it away. That is why this season is so important. It is shaping your heart. It is shaping your mind. It is preparing you for the future. So do not be afraid if your path looks different from someone else's. Do not worry if you are walking alone today. Everyone has a different journey. Do not compare your chapter with another person's story. Keep taking one small step at a time. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep believing that your life has a purpose, even if you cannot see the full picture yet. Trust the process. Trust your growth. Trust yourself. One day you will smile when you remember this season. Not because it was easy, but because it changed you. It helped you become calmer, wiser, kinder, and stronger than you ever thought possible. So, if you are alone today, do not see it as the end of your story. See it as the beginning of a new one. Because sometimes, the strongest person you will ever become is the person you build during the quietest days of your life. Before we say goodbye, I want you to remember one simple truth. Being alone is not the end of your story. It is not a sign that you have failed. Sometimes it is life's way of giving you the quiet you need to grow. The world is always moving. People come and go. Plans change. Life will never stay the same. But if you can learn to be at peace with yourself, you will always have a place where you belong, no matter where life takes you, no matter who stays or who leaves. So, the next time you find yourself alone, do not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Try asking a different question. What is this season trying to teach me? That one question can change the way you see your life. And maybe it can change your future too. If this story gave you a new way to think about being alone, I hope you will stay with us by subscribing to the channel. Every week we share simple stories and life lessons to help you grow, one small step at a time. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Take good care of yourself. Keep learning. Keep growing. And never forget this. You do not become stronger because life is easy. You become stronger because you keep moving forward, even in the quiet moments. Until next time, thank you for listening.